it going? It's Chad Calhagen. In my last video, I visited my local Walmart store and checked out the selection of Cricket Wireless stuff there, so make sure you check that video out. In this video, I go see what my local Target store has for Cricket Wireless airtime and phones. So let's get into that right now. Now I'm here at my local Target store and let's see what they have for Cricket phones. Alright, so we got the Alcatel Pixie Theater. Comes with Android 6.0 Marshmallow. It's got a 6-inch screen, 1280 by 720 resolution. That's got the Snapdragon 210 running at 1.1 gigahertz, and that is a quad-core processor. 2 gigabytes of RAM, 16 gigabytes of internal storage. Rear camera is 8 megapixels. That's capable of shooting HD 1280 by 720 resolution video. Front camera is only 2 megapixels, but it does have a flash, which is nice, and that's also capable of shooting the HD 1280 by 720 resolution video. This has a dual band wireless card inside of it, which is nice. So you got that 802.11ac capable of 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz for your Wi-Fi connectivity. And finally, we've got a non-removable 2580 2580 milliampere hour battery. Got a spot for the HTC Desire 550, but they're out of stock. Got the Alcatel Flint. Comes with Android 5.1.1 Lollipop, and I have tried this phone out for myself. It's not too bad. It's a little bit buggy at times, but for the most part it's a surprisingly smooth UI they have on this particular phone, so that was nice to see. 5.5 inch screen, 1280 by 720 resolution, decent looking screen too. It does have a Snapdragon 210 quad core running at 1.1 gigahertz, so I mean obviously it's, you know, don't be in a huge hurry to do what you're doing on here. 1.5 gigabytes of RAM, 16 gigs of internal memory. That can take up to a 128 gigabyte SD card, which is nice as well. 8 megapixel rear camera with flash, is capable of HDR. So camera, considering the price of only 40 bucks, is, you know, it gets the job done. It's got the Polaroid software on there as well, so you can mess around with those filters and settings. And the front camera is 2 megapixels, so don't expect anything too exciting from that. Video capture 720, you know, lower resolution HD, 30 frames per second. Single band 802.11n, 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Not a big deal. You're paying 40 bucks, you know, can't complain. And let's see here, non-removable battery at 2500 milliampere hour batteries. And honestly, it's batteries, yes, if it's got more than one, that'd be nice. It's just got the one battery. Honestly, it'll get you through the day for the most part. I mean, unless you're gaming like crazy. Got the Samsung Galaxy Soul 1. Has Android 6.0 Marshmallow. 720 by 1280 screen resolution. It's got a 1.3 gigahertz quad-core processor, 1.5 gigabytes of RAM, 8 gigabytes of internal memory. It does support up to 128 gigabytes of SD card, but that'll only get you so far for installing apps, since Android does not allow you to install apps to SD. I cannot tell you if Samsung allows you to do adaptable storage on this phone, but if I had to guess, I would say probably. 5 megapixel rear camera with a flash, capable of doing that lower resolution 1280 by 720 video. Front camera, not so great. This is listed as having a VGA 480 camera in there, so at least for video. Not sure how it takes pictures. You know, want to give it a shot, maybe it's alright. It's just got your standard single band 802.11n 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi connectivity and 2600 milliampere hour battery.
Got the Kyocera Hydro View.
Now, this phone is waterproof. Beyond that, it doesn't have a whole lot going for it, but I mean, if you need a waterproof phone, honestly, it'll get you where you need to go if you're not needing something really fancy. 5-inch screen, 960 by 540 resolution. Comes with Android 5.1 Lollipop, so this is an older model. It's got the Snapdragon 210 1.1 gigahertz quad-core processor. Reasonably capable, but I mean, you know, it's gonna stutter at times. 1 gigabyte of RAM, and that's not helping performance much either. And unfortunately, it does only have 8 gigabytes of storage. But when you consider the fact that, I mean, this phone's only priced at $29.99, so I mean, yeah, honestly, you can only complain so much about a phone that costs you 30 bucks. Let's see here, rear camera, 5 megapixel with LED flash, and front camera is only 2 megapixels. According to my specs, you can supposedly record full HD 1080p video, 30 frames per second in both the front and rear cameras. Not sure if I believe that, but I mean, hey, sometimes the spec sheet is right, so most of the time it appears to be. So here's hoping that it can do that. I always think it's kind of funny though when a camera can record a higher resolution video than it can actually show on its own screen, on the phone screen. So that's alright though. $30 phone. And then finally, you've got a non-removable 2160 milliampere hour battery, so it might get you through the whole day if you're a light user, but keep that in mind if you're thinking about buying this phone.
And the LG Rizio 2.
That comes with Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow. That's got an 854 by 480 5-inch screen. That's got a 1.1 gigahertz quad-core processor in it, 1.5 gigabytes of RAM, 16 gigabytes of storage. That's got a 5 megapixel rear camera with flash, and that is capable of recording the lower resolution HD video at 1280 by 720. And the front camera is 2 megapixels, no flash, but it can do HDR, which is nice, and that is also capable of that lower resolution HD video at 1280 by 720. Single band 802.11 standard 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, and that has a removable, which is nice, 2500 milliampere hour battery. Thanks for watching this video. In the next one, I'm planning on making a trip to Best Buy to check out their selection at my local store here in town, so keep an eye out for that video. As always, thanks for watching this, and I'll see you in the next one.